Welcome to Touch Hammer Thursday, a 1,000 point battle in the cities of death with no mercy. We got the World Eaters versus the Craft World Eldar. Let's start here at the MVP of all battles they're ever involved in, the Berserkers. They are currently set up in the sewers. Then we got some cultists hiding up here in the building. We got a Hellbrutes, nicknamed Brutus, hanging out here with some Terminators. Then we have the Chaos Lord looking at the other side. Then we have some Chaos Space Marines ready to do some damage with Kharn, the Destroyer, hiding for some reason. I don't get it, but whatever. Everybody's got their own insight. Then let's look at the amazing Craft World Eldar. We have some Rangers. Came out of the webway on top of this building. We have some more Rangers hiding in that building. We have some Wind Riders, followed by some Guardians. Then we have some Wraith Guard with some Wraith Cannons. We have a Farseer over there. We have a Autarch with Swooping Hawk Wings, who is also the Warlord. And kind of hanging up in the webway, we have some Warp Spiders and some Swooping Hawks. Let's begin.
Super hard to hit, super hard to hurt.
All right, the end of World Eater turn 1. World Eaters won the toss, got to go first. We did some moving here. Hellbrute fell back. Cultist didn't do much. We really just kind of prepared for the cheese when Chris gets to go.
It's called Eldar.
We moved up here the Marines and the Termies. These are like close quarters Termies, so we didn't do a lot. The Marines did some shooting and the Termies, and actually Brutus got his multi-melta in the business. All of them shot at the Rangers here. We killed 3 of them. Chris passed morale, so 3 Rangers dead, no VPs, no CPs used, and here we go into the Craft World turn 1.
End of Eldar, turn 1. Brutus through the window. Once we got there, these Rangers shot at him. Didn't contact, didn't make any damage, but just a great angle. We did some moving over here. Dropped some Swoopy Hawks over here. Eldari Missile Launcher did some shooting, didn't do anything. We did cast some Guide on the Wind Riders. Did a lot of hitting, but no damage over there. We did do some Executioner. Took off 2 of those Space Marines. Then we turned around with Smite. Took off 3 more. And then the last one ran away. Thank goodness, because I couldn't do anything with all these shots. And then the Warlock did cast Conceal on the Farseer. He's just wide open. So that should help, hopefully, coming up. Maybe it doesn't play. That would be delightful. And end of Craft World, turn 1. Victory points stand. First blood, end unit kill. 2 for the Eldar, 0 for the World Eaters.
All right, end of World Eater turn 2. We're gonna hunker down here and wait for the Eldar to come to us. So we didn't do a lot of movement, and by a lot of movement, I mean Kharn moved up here, and that is it. Brutus stayed put so we could use our Hellbrute stratagem, which totally played. Between Hellbrute and the Termies, we did kill the all really scary Rangers that were up here and got ourselves a victory point. Used 1 command point during, and then the Berserkers are still in the sewers waiting to make an appearance. Sheldar, turn 2, coming up.
End of Eldar, turn 2. Autarch, just kind of taking in what's happening. Since the World Leaders aren't really coming to the battle, unfortunately, the Eldar had to. Casted some Guide and some Conceal on the Wraith Guard that are kind of hanging out there. The Rangers took out some cultists through that window. Took 2 of them out, and then 2 of them ran away with morale, so well done. Well done, fellas, well done. Guardian squad moved up with the heavy weapon platform along with the Warlock. He was the one that casted the Conceal. We moved the Swoopy Hawks into the building, kind of hanging out. along with the Farseer. He's just kind of hanging out, doing the things he needs to do. Then we got the Warp Spiders with their Warp Dump Generator. Moved up to here, along with the Wind Riders. Wind Riders nicked a wound from the Termies that are hiding behind that wall. No more victory points either side, so end of turn 2. Eldar 2. World Eaters 1.
Didn't have enough power.
All right, end of World Eater, turn 3. Berserkers came out ready to party, but they fell flat. Failed to charge, failed to reroll. Command point rerolled it and failed that too. So we are stuck 9 inches away from the Wraith Guard here. Before that, we moved up. Karn did some good moving, made a good advance, had a 6, so we're up here, we're in cover, we're okay. Termies came up, we did some shooting, we killed one swooping hawk. Brutus shot as well, tickled a swooping hawk, but overall, not a great turn for the World Eaters with the failed charges. We took 1 wound off the Wraith Guard with the Chaos Lord, they fought back and did 2, so we'll see how this goes on Eldar turn 3.
End of Eldar turn 3. Did a lot of movement to get over into this general area. We got the Warp Spiders, got all the way over here. Wind Riders got all the way over here. Your Wraith Guard, your Farseer, your Swooping Hawk Exarch, your Swooping Hawks jumped over the Berserkers. Rangers shot at them. Everybody and their mother basically shot at this empty spot right here that used to be filled with Khorne Berserkers, because Khorne Berserkers are absolutely terrible. So that was number 1 priority. Did that happen? That was kind of, you know, made my day, actually. So I was good with that. Did a bunch of shooting over here, not a whole lot of damage. That's okay. End of Craft World. Eldar. Turn 3. Victory points. Eldar 3. World Eaters 1. So, end of bottom turn 3. Surprise visit by the Venerable Contemptor Dreadnought of the Adeptus Custodes. You know what's not there? Since he's a custodian, he just mopped the Guardian Defenders off the board. Only could take like 5 of them out shooting and then just completely wiped the board with a bunch of more with melee. I almost took a wound. Almost. But not really, because it's the Guardian Defenders. Welcome to the battle. Oh, by the way, that's a victory point. So he is tied for 2nd after 1 turn compared to 3 turns from the World Eaters. Eldar 3, World Eaters, Adeptus Custodes, Contemptor, Venerable, Dreadnought thing, massive destructor, robot, kill everything, 1.
All right, that is the end of World Eater turn 4. Finally got into some melee here between shooting and charging. Brutus did the business over there, along with the cultists. We killed the group of swooping hawks over there, got us a victory point, and then Brutus moved in, did the business in melee. We had the Chaos Lord with the Murder Sword make it in and do Murder Sword things, but because of Cheldar rules, he saved 2 mortal wounds and is still alive. Fought back, didn't do any damage. Karn made the charge into the Wraith Guard, killed 2 more after shooting. He killed 1 with his plasma gun, and at the end, we got 1 victory point. We killed 1 of the Wind Riders as well with the Terminators. Not overly impressive, but we'll take it. So, at the end of World Eater turn 4, it is Eldar 3, World Eaters 2, Goldzilla 1, and we are out of command points heading into the bottom of turn 4.
Now it has turned into middle of turn 4 for the Eldar. Did some moving around, some shooting, some executioning, and some guiding, and some concealing. A lot of things happened, but biggest thing that happened is Karn, the Warlord Betrayer, has been wiped off the board. And also, the Chaos Lord is no longer there. So that is 3 more victory points to the Eldar. Everything else still kind of standing there. I shot a lot at these Terminators, but they're terrible because they're on a 2+ save. And, you know, whatever. No DR, that's terrible. So, end of middle of turn 4. Victory points. Eldar 6. World Eaters 2. This guy right here. has points, but he's looking to add to that point total. End of Adeptus, Custodes, Venerable, Contemptor, Dreadnought, turn 4. He did some shooting, did some wounds, I think killed Terminator. Then he charged in. All this is hashtag totally random. Amazingly, it did not go against the Eldar this time. Then he did some fighting. Took out another Terminator. Then the Terminators fought back. Took out a total of 6 wounds between Overwatch and the fight phase. So he is down to 4. Let's get ready for turn 5. Last turn. Time to make the challenge. Victory points. Eldar, 6. World Leaders, 3. Venerable, Contemptor, Dreadnought of the Adeptus, Custodes, 1.
Alright, World Eater turn 5 as we come to a close here. Brutus did some shooting with the Melta, didn't make contact, charged in, did kill 1 Wraithguard. They fought back and did 2 wounds. Brutus is hanging in there though. On this side, we piled in. We fought, but the fisting didn't go our way with the Power Fist and the Chain Fists, so no wounds done either way in this regard. So coming up, we've got
Eldar, turn 5.
End of Eldar, turn 5. There's a big gap right there between some guiding there, some executioner there, some destructor there, couple wounds there, 4 wounds total there, and then in the fight phase, the Venerable Contemptor Dreadnought wiped out the last, took my victory point away from me on the Terminators. That's cool. I did get rid of Brutus, the Hellbrutes, with these 2 Wraithguard because they were amazing. They wiped him, and thank goodness he didn't explode because I would have been taken out at the same time. So, basically, end of Eldar, turn 5. Victory points sit at Eldar, 7. World Leaders, 2. Venerable Contemptor Dreadnought of the Adeptus Custodes, 2. His turn to finish the game. Coming up. End of turn 5 for the Adeptus Custodes Venerable Contemptor Dreadnought. Because he is a ginormous vehicle, he could not get into melee with these units that were in the building, which means he just shot like crazy. He did a lot of shooting, did a lot of hitting. But this Warlock right here, with his 6+ regular save, but in cover with a 5, also has a 4+ invuln. Only took 1 wound through there for damage with all the shooting. So that was pretty amazing. And that's the end as it stands. We're looking at total victory points for the Adeptus Custodes Venerable Contemptor Dreadnought at 2. The World Leaders with 2 extra turns at 2. And the Craft World Eldar Talk with all the magic and all the CP and all the magical 6s to gain all the CP. Still had 2 left, but I used like 52 CP and all the magic spells with 7 victory points.